Live in between games here as we get a nice cut. Stream seems to be good. So for the championship game of the Medal of Honor tournament, it's going to be the Fort Wayne Force against the Sioux Junior Lakers. Hopefully the connection stays well. If not, I'll do my best to keep trying to get it back up for everybody. So hang tight. I am going to mute it, and then I'll be back just before the game starts. Still on track, I believe, to start right around 11:15. So see you back momentarily. All right. Warm-ups for another 2.5 minutes here. All right. We'll spin that camera off of Sue and get it over to the Force huddle. As we get ready to start championship game, Medal of Honor here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And just as a fair warning, we are sitting with the enemy as we're on the home end, Score Twice, to try to get you guys a better view and connection for the live feed. So we could be in danger. To start off for the Force, we got Zaremba, Westhoff, Sutherland. Back on defense is going to be Cumberland and Kelly. Puck comes to the blue line there for Sutherland, now picked up by Zaremba. Zaremba following Westhoff. I think I might have had that wrong. Comes around the boards for Zaremba, fed towards the net, goes through the crease, opposite side, picked up by Westhoff. Oliver gets taken down, leaves the puck on the board. Sutherland knocks it down low. Fed back out, kept in by Cumberland. Shot from deep, goes wide right. Picked up by the Lakers. Sent to the neutral zone for Kelly. Kelly surveys, feeds it ahead to Zaremba. Touch pass into the offensive zone for the Force. Shot from deep, can't get much on it. Kicked around, covered up by the Sioux goaltender. Face off in our offensive zone by Fraze. Picked up by Potts for a moment, taken away by the Lakers. Down the ice they go, through center ice. You got Blackburn and Kiefer back on defense. Blackburn pokes it to the corner. Fed back to the blue line, taken away by Potts, back into the neutral zone. Now Hagen fighting for it. Puck comes out, gathered by Sioux. Fed back up the ice. Frey's going to be there first for the Force. Now picked up by Kiefer. Oh, hops his stick. He got beat there by the Lakers. They cut towards the net, shot it through the crease. Comes all the way around the boards, picked up by Hagen. Hagen's got Fraze and Potts ahead of him. Hagen with some speed. Hagen into the offensive zone. Hagen with the shot, goes high up over the net. Kiefer to keep it in, knocks it back down into the corner. Potts going to be the lead player there for the Force. Fed off the glass by Sioux, stolen away by Fraze. Murphy now with it, looking to make something happen, kicks in his skates, maintains possession, backhands it towards the goal, score! Murphy Fraze with a backhand to open the scoring. 1-0 Force. And that was Murphy doing it all on his own. Steal off the boards, cuts right to the middle and backhands it across the ice into the net. That puck was picked up by Huffman. Comes back to neutral zone, and the Lakers got to touch up, dump it back down low. Llewellyn going to be the first one there for the Force. Warner also back there on defense. Around the boards it comes, up for Fryer. Shot from deep off Warner's mask and pad save there by Quas. Another shot, fanned on it, into the skates of Warner, cleared out and down the ice by the Force. Pressure put on there by Huffman, picked up by the Lakers. Fed off the boards, into the neutral zone for Warner. Warner feeds it across to Fryer, now into the stick of Llewellyn. Llewellyn enters, dumps it in deep. Oh, it's going to be offsides on the Force. 9:53 remains, Force up 1. That's Cumberland dumping it down low for the Force, around behind the net. Lakers gather. Pressured by Sutherland. He comes off his skates. Shot comes out in front for Kelly. She shoots, kick to the side by the Lakers, picked up by Cumberland as he fires another one towards the net. Backhand by Westhoff off the crossbar. Westhoff with the backhand goes up and over the net. Kelly gathers in the neutral zone, feeds it across for Cumberland. Good movement here by the Force. They enter the offensive zone once again. Sioux knocks it back down the ice. It's going to go rink wide. Icing. Nine minutes left in the first. Force up 1. Face-off win by the Force. Potts back to Kiefer. Kiefer throws one towards the net. It's kicked around on to Hagen. Hagen fans on the shot attempt, picked up by the Lakers. Back on defense on a 3-on-2 the other way is going to be Kiefer and Blackburn. Back checking there is Fraze. Blackburn knocks it to the corner. Lifts a stick and passes it up to Hagen. Hagen loses an edge. Lakers pick it up, fire one towards the net, blocked by Kiefer. Spinorama by the Lakers, down low for Blackburn. Shot towards the net, blocked out in front by Kiefer. Blackburn battling in the corner for the Force. Sends it up to Hagen. Into the neutral zone, it's going to be offsides on Sioux. Taking the face-off for the Force is going to be Murphy Fraze. He wins it, cross ice. Kiefer going to be there to pick it up. Dumps it down the ice. It's going to go for icing. Face-off won by the Lakers. Out to the blue line, off the boards and down low. Going to be gathered up by Warner. Knocks it around for Fryer. Fryer has it taken away. Shot from deep, not much on it. Right out to the point, poked away there by Warner. Out to the blue line by Sue. Block pass attempt by Huffman. On his horse is Fryer. Couldn't get to it in time. Puck's left there in the neutral zone, picked up by Max McDonald. He enters the offensive zone. Looking, swinging wide. McDonald with a shot towards the net, patted away by the Lakers goaltender. Now pressure, sustained pressure by McDonald. Gains the puck back, feeds it to Fryer. Fryer, around one, trying to get a shot off. It's blocked in front in the skates of the Lakers. Some pushing and shoving going on. The Sioux parents not too happy about that. It's mutual though. Puck comes out, kept in there by Warner. Warner slaps it down low, picked up by Max McDonald. Max gets pushed again, but maintains his skates. Looking. Passes it to the crease. Comes out for Warner. Warner going to wind it and fire one towards the net, just wide left. Picked up by Fryer on the boards. Feeds it down low. Sioux takes it away and throws it all the way down the ice. And that'll go for icing. 6:57 remains in the first. Force up one. Face-off controlled by the Force. Zaremba tries to fire it down low, taken away by Sioux. Knocked back down low by Sutherland, picked up by Westhoff. Westhoff feeds it back to Zaremba, hops his stick. The battle continues down low. Westhoff throws one towards the net, goes off the goaltender. Sutherland back around behind the net. Comes back to Sutherland, backhands it up high for Cumberland, and it hops his stick, and it's going to go down the ice. He's going to have to collect it back on the defensive end. Kelly and Cumberland back for the Force as he rips it around the boards. Sioux gathers the puck, taken away by Zaremba, now into the stick of Sutherland. He's got all kinds of time here, throws it up to Zaremba into the neutral zone. Pressure put on there by Sutherland. Westhoff attempts to steal, comes to Kelly. Kelly tries to feed it ahead. Her pass attempt is blocked. Puck squirts out into the neutral zone. Picked up by the Lakers. Fed ahead. He makes a couple moves. Shot. Gloved by Quas. Taking the face off is going to be Fraze. He wins it over to Hagen. Hagen is gaining speed. Hagen cuts through center ice here. He's got Fraze to his left. Hagen across the blue line. Hagen towards the net. Shot blocked away by Sioux. Fed up high from Fraze to Potsy. Hot Pepper Potts with the goal. 5:31 left in the second. Fraze to Potts. Force up two. Sioux wins that face-off. That was played with a high stick. I thought it was. Kind of tipped it there with Fraze with a block pass attempt. Sioux gathers it back up. Pressure by the Force. Picked up by Hagen. Hagen's got Potts to his right. Hagen across the center line. Hagen towards the net. Fires one. Off the side of the net it goes. Gonna get the camera back here, following. Had to catch that, nothing doing. 4:55 left in the first, Force up two. Face-off comes under the control of Force. Fryer puts it off the board, sends it into the offensive zone. Sioux gathers it. Lakers feed it ahead. Out for Llewellyn. Llewellyn cross-ice pass. Good idea there into the offensive zone. Nobody home. Gathered up by a trio of Force players, that was Huffman, McDonald, and Warner. Back out for Llewellyn. Llewellyn feeds it ahead to McDonald. McDonald dumps it in, getting onside. There was Huffman. Out to center ice. Oh, it's going to be offsides. Face-off, controlled by the Lakers. Taken away by Fryer. Feeds it into the offensive zone down in the corner. Huffman and Fryer, your lead players for the Force. Picked up by Huffman. She has it taken away by the Lakers. Making a move out wide. It's going to be 2-on-2. Llewellyn with a poke check. Maintains possession. It's going to be Warner, the lone defender, back for the Force. Shot from deep. Pad save. Quas. Picked up by Warner. Fed around the boards. Can't get it out of the zone as the Lakers throw it back down low. Taken away by Llewellyn. Mason feeds it ahead to McDonald. He has it stripped by the Lakers. Back and forth the puck goes. Nobody really advancing it, and it's going to dump into the offensive zone for the Force, but that was icing. So back down to the Force end. Face-off controlled by the Force. Kelly puts it around the boards. Cumberland takes down a player from Sioux, picked up by Sutherland. Sutherland and Westhoff with Zaremba in tow. Sutherland around one, feeds it over to Westhoff. Poked away by the goaltender from the Sioux Lakers. Out for Cumberland, he attempted to keep it in. Back checking there is Zaremba, knocks it off the stick. Back on to Sutherland. Sutherland advancing down low. Sutherland and Westhoff ahead for the Force. Pass out around Kelly. Back is Cumberland. We got three of them giving him trouble. He maintains possession. Still able to get a half attempted shot off as it's cleared around and dumped back in by the Lakers. Poked away there by Sutherland. Taken away by Kelly. She rips it off the boards and fed back down by Cumberland. Kept in by the Lakers once again. Blocked away by Kelly. Cumberland to attempt to clear it. Kept in by the Lakers momentarily. Taken away by Zaremba. Puck's getting kicked around. Cumberland skates it ahead to Westhoff. Westhoff swinging wide left. Wisely dumps it into the corner as he goes for a change. Pressure put on there by Cumberland with Zaremba. Puck's kept in the offensive zone for the Force. Good pressure there by Zaremba. Potts now with Kiefer and Blackburn back on defense. Shot. Saved there by Quas. .138 remains in the championship game here. Force currently up 2. Face-off win and controlled by the Force. Fed down the ice. It's not going to go for icing as Hagen beats him to the puck. Waved off. Backhands it towards the crease. He's pinched off on the boards now. Couldn't get it out. Hagen maintains possession. Throws it out. It's going to come to Kiefer. Kiefer fires one. Stays on the ice though, couldn't get much on it. He's held up by the Lakers defender. Fraze, Hagen. Hagen keeps it in for the Force. Dumped back to the neutral zone as Fraze gathers it and is surveying to find somewhere to put it. Comes cross ice for Blackburn. Blackburn with some open ice advances into the offensive zone. Blackburn shoots one towards the net. Kick to the side by the Lakers goaltender. Potts now down low for the Force. Fed up, Kiefer to keep it in. He does. Finally cleared out by the Lakers. Blackburn back to gather this. As he feeds it over to Fraze in open ice with Hagen ahead. Swinging wide is Fraze as he's pressured by a couple of players here. Picked up by Hagen. Hagen, he's got Potts wide open. 2 Potts, all couldn't handle the pass. A good idea there. As the Lakers dump it in deep, go for a change, gathered up by Blackburn. Fed ahead to Hagan. Harrison swings wide. Puck comes all the way back down for Blackburn. He rips it across ice for Potts. Back to Kiefer. Period's going to expire. And the Force are going to be up 2 after 1. Starting off the second period, Force up 2 currently. It's going to be Huffman, McDonald, and Fryer. Back on defense for the Force is going to be Llewellyn and Warner. Dumped in low by the Sioux Lakers. Around behind the net. Warner comes off an edge there, picked up by McDonald. Puck's right at the point here, picked up and thrown down the ice by McDonald. It was tipped, icing is waved off. Lakers are going to gather it, pressured here now by Huffman and Fryer. McDonald throws one towards the net, couldn't get much on that shot, covered up by the Lakers goaltender. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. Back on defense, Llewellyn and Warner. Skates around Llewellyn. Shot right into the body of Quas as he makes that save. Huffman puts a Lakers player in the net. Shot from deep, and it's going to be a score. As they had a player in the net from Sioux. And then the shot goes in from out deep, so. Sioux walks away with one there. Picked up by Cumberland. See if we can apply some pressure here and get one back. Cumberland fires one from deep. Blockered away by the Sioux goaltender. It's going to come out for Kelly at the blue line. Kelly fires one from deep. It's gloved up high by a Lakers goaltender, or Lakers defender. Feeds it up for Cumberland. And it's going to be offsides. So current scores 2-1 Force. Face off. Comes to open ice for the Lakers. Kelly and Cumberland back on defense. Puck comes towards the net, covered up by Quas. Knocked away there by Kelly, maintains possession by the Lakers. Picked up now by Kelly. Kelly going to lead this with Westhoff ahead of her. Following behind is Sutherland. She's going to make a move here across the blue line, enter the offensive zone. Kelly now swings wide, shoots one towards the net. Ooh, it comes across almost for Sutherland to dump it in on the backside. Sutherland now feeds the crease. Picked up by Zaremba, shot. Glove saved by the Lakers goaltender. As Zaremba with a golden opportunity there, put one in. Puck down the ice, going to go for icing. So a reset in the offensive zone for Fort Wayne. Fraze is going to take the face-off. He's got Hagen and Potts with Blackburn and Kiefer. Face-off controlled by Fraze for the moment, taken away now by the Lakers. And into the neutral zone goes Sioux, pressured by Hagen. Hagen comes off an edge. He's going to pick up a... Oh, we're going to get a tripping here on number 71, Adams, from the Lakers. So the Force will go to the first power play of the game at 10:49 left in the second. No change for the power play unit by Coach Warner and the Force, as we'll have 5-on-4 for a minute 30. Kept in there by Hagen. Hagen loses it back. Puck back and forth. Kept in by Blackburn. Comes across to Potts. Potts looking to make something happen. Throws it towards the net. Skips the stick of the goaltender from Sioux. Fed out. Down the ice it goes. Kiefer leading the retreat for the Force as he feeds it around the board. It's going to go for icing. I'm not sure what that was. Face-off is going to be at center ice. Won by the Force, picked up by Hagen. Hagen skates wide. Shoots it. Save there by Sioux. Pressure put on by Potts in the corner. Now back on the stick of Hagen. Hagen now to Fraze. Fraze has it knocked off his stick as Sioux gains possession of the puck and is going to put it as a 2-on-2 the other way. Back checking there is Fraze. Knocked off the stick there by Kiefer. Potts overskates it, feeds it ahead to Hagen. It skips right through. Hagen fires one from deep. Glove save there by Sioux. Fraze picks it up now in the corner. Fraze round behind the net. He's got Potts on the backside as Sioux steals that pass attempt and throws it down the ice. That'll be right on net, but it's going to be picked up by Blackburn. We got 19 seconds left on the power play. Blackburn feeds it to Hagen. Hagen touch pass. Has it taken away now to Huffman. Huffman dumps it into the corner. Fraze, the lead player there for the Force, as we get a defensive change. Lakers back to full strength. Pressure put on by Llewellyn. Lakers swing wide. Shoot one down low, kick to the side, and sticked away by Quas. They gain possession of the puck, shoot another one. It goes off the side of the net and squirts around all the way up to the blue line. Fed ahead there by Fryer. Fryer's got Max McDonald ahead. He's tying up the stick of the Lakers player, but has it stolen away for the moment. The Lakers parents are not happy. Shot by Gia Huffman. It comes out. It's on the doorstep. Picked up by Max McDonald and a score! Max McDonald with a hurried play comes in on the backside to put it in for the Force. Huffman with a shot, rebound dumped in by McDonald. Max McDonald has been putting in the work lately and is rewarded with a goal. .8:42 left in the second. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. Oh, McDonald takes it away from him, just out skates him to the puck. Feeds it around the board. It's going to be Huffman there for Fort Wayne. She's tied up by 3 Lakers players. Puck's taken away, but guess who it is again? Max McDonald with the steal. He gets pushed off his skates. And they're going to call a penalty, and the Lakers parents not too happy about that. Forced to go back to a power play. As number 14, McMillan, with the penalty. Shot by Zaremba, blocked in front by Sutherland on the doorstep once again, fighting for the puck, shot and dumps it in is Westhoff. Oliver Westhoff with the loose change goal. That'd be Zaremba off of Sutherland to Westhoff. 4-1 game, 8:13 left in the second. Back to full strength for both teams. Should be. There, the Lakers put on a fifth. Sutherland to take the face-off. Back to Cumberland. He loses a handle of it. And the Lakers fire one towards the net, blocked by Quas. Aiden's not going to let anybody touch Quas. There's a heat-seeking missile down there towards anything that happens at the net, so feel pretty good if I was Wyatt. Fed around the boards by Kelly. Onto the stick of Cumberland. Chips it ahead to Westhoff. Westhoff loses a handle on it as the Lakers feed it back the other way, but there to pick it up is going to be Cumberland. He has it taken away, kept in by Kelly. Steal by the Lakers. Fed down, back the other end of the ice. Sutherland going to be there to pick it up for the Force around behind the net. He's looking for open ice and skating ahead. Through the neutral zone is Isaac Sutherland. Shoots one from deep, tried to, couldn't get anything on it. Kept in there by Cumberland. Now it comes across out to center ice, picked up by Westhoff. Westhoff wisely dumps it down low. And he's going to go for a change. Fed all the way down the ice, this will go for icing. That puck's going to be fought for down low by Hagen, taken away by the Lakers. They feed it up, kept down low by Fraze, picked up now by Hagen. Hagen's got Potts there in the crease, wrapping around, feeds it over, taken away by the Lakers. Getting back on defense is Blackburn and Kiefer. Kiefer to apply some pressure here. They swing wide, shoot one towards the net, kick to the side by Quas. Blackburn makes a move, keeps possession of the puck. Blackburn hot across the blue line. Blackburn the lead player for the Force. Blackburn forgot what he was doing. Blackburn towards the shoots, kick to the side by Sawyer. Somebody get that kid some oxygen. Down low, Potts. Out to Kiefer in the neutral zone as it's going to go clear down the rink. Picked up by Kiefer. Now Fraze with the puck. Potts comes off his skates, so does Fraze. The Lakers towards the net. Defended well by Warner. It skips through the crease over for Hagen. Hagen comes off his skates. They try to shoot it from deep, taken down by Fraze, and they're going to call a penalty now on Murphy. As the Lakers' parents are excited that they get a penalty here for Fraze. So we will have our first Cumberland and Sons penalty kill as a penalty on Murphy Fraze with 5:42 left in the second. 4-1 Force. Penalty killers for the Force is going to be Llewellyn, McDonald, Warner, and Fryer. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. Shot towards the net, gloved by Quas. He covers it up. It's loose. They blew it dead as Llewellyn was coming away with it. Warner has something to say to McMillan there on the ice. As the Lakers gain possession, shoot from deep. Goes wide of the net, behind the net, controlled by the Lakers. They wrap around score there by the Lakers to bring it back within 2. 4-2 Force on the power play for the Lakers. Face off won by the Force, back to Warner. He kicks it over to McDonald. And then McDonald gets taken out. No call on that one. It's going to get chippy here in the championship game. If they let both sides play, then it'll be good. Fed D to D by the Lakers. Pass intercepted there. Almost intercepted. Back on defense is going to be Llewellyn. They skate towards center ice here. They're taken out. The puck is loose. It's being shot around. Skips over the top of the net. Picked up by Llewellyn. They're letting them play here. Pass attempt was blocked there by Huffman up high as they come in contact with Lakers players. Stick knocked out of the hand of McDonald. And the Lakers gather it up. This one's getting chippy. Shot, kick to the side by Klaas, off the side of the net. And into the boards comes a couple of players from the Force. Nothing there. We got a final call here, and I'm not sure who that's on. It's going to be on the Lakers. You heard the man. 6 calls missed. So now the Force to the power play at 4:26 left in the second. 4-2 is the score. Power play unit for the Force is going to be Zaremba, Sutherland, Westhoff, with Cumberland and Kelly back on defense. Picked up by Zaremba, shot towards the net, down low, it's loose, it's being kicked around. Covered up, blown dead, it's pushing and shoving there with Westhoff, and Cumberland right there in the action. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. Kept in by the moment by Kelly as it comes back to center ice. Now Sutherland with the puck. Sutherland spins out of it there. Feeds it wisely over to Cumberland. Cumberland fires one towards the net. It goes around behind, picked up by the Lakers. Skips over Kelly's stick. She comes down, and Cumberland going to be the first one there for the Force. Cumberland over to open ice. He's getting pressured hard there by the Lakers player. He shoots one from deep. A hard shot, just goes wide. Zaremba there. Now Sutherland feeds it to the crease. Cleared out by the Lakers to Cumberland. He gathers, fires a shot. Up over the net. Zaremba now in the corner. Backhands it. Sutherland to pick it up. We got 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Everybody falling down here in the corner. Lakers come away with it. Out for Cumberland. Cumberland fires another one towards the net, blocked in front, picked up by Zaremba. Now over to Kelly. Zaremba with possession of the puck. He gets pinched off on the boards, comes off his skates. Sutherland now gathers it. He's got Westhoff in the crease. He gets shoved down. This is a hockey game. Kelly tries to feed it down low. It's taken away by the Lakers and comes out to center ice there by Cumberland out of the box. Back to full strength as the Lakers, and it's going to be offsides. Face off, picked up by Hagen. Hagen's got 2 to beat. He's got Fraze in tow. Hagen swings wide, shoots it towards the net, kicked to the side by the Lakers. Covered up. Frozen puck at 2:35 remaining in the second. Faceoff comes out to Kiefer. He shoots one from deep, deflected off of Fraze on the doorstep here. And it's covered up by the Lakers. Puck knocked back by Blackburn. Back on defense is going to be Kiefer. Back checking is Hagen. Sioux Lakers trying to feed it into the glove of Quas. He dumps it off this side. Picked up by Fraze behind the net. Murphy advancing. We got Potts and Hagen up ahead. He loses a handle in it as he shoves it down the ice. The Lakers gather it on their end. Feed it back to center ice. Nobody home. It's going to go down for icing. Face-off win by the Force. Shot. Pad save by the Lakers. Into the corner. Fryer there for the Force to knock it back down deep. Huffman on the backside. Huffman to steal. Reverses. Huffman feeds it around the boards back to Fryer. Fryer tries to get something on it. Stolen away. Kept in. Kept in by Warner. Back down low. McDonald going to be the first one there for the Force. Fed around the boards. Fryer overskates it. Warner to put it back down. Taken away by the Lakers. Back on defense is going to be Llewellyn and Warner. As they skate through some sticks there and picked up by Max McDonald. Llewellyn with the breakout. Huffman with Fryer following. Llewellyn makes a move here. Backhands one towards the net. Scores! Mason Llewellyn with the backhand goal coast to coast. Back up 3, 5-2, minute 3 left in the second period. Face off, picked up by the Force for a moment. Lakers gathered up. Kelly and Cumberland back. Cumberland with a poke check to Westhoff. Westhoff gets taken down. And Sutherland has Zaremba. Sutherland with a shot goes wide right. Period ticking down behind the net. Lakers gather. Pressured by Sutherland. Puck comes over for Zaremba. Zaremba reverses, comes off his skates. Puck comes out to the crease and is being kicked around. Westhoff shoving for it. And the puck's frozen. We got 32 seconds remaining in the second. Face off, Kelly over to Cumberland. Shot from deep, gets kicked around, but goes wide right. Now Westhoff to pick it up in the corner. He has it taken away by the Lakers. They feed it up the glass. It's going to come back for Cumberland. Skips over him. Kelly back to gather it. She's getting in position here as we got a couple of back checkers by the Force. Cumberland takes him off his skates. No penalty called. As Sutherland picks it up, looks for open ice, but we got 2 seconds remaining in this. He's going to run out of time. Second period comes to a close. Force up 3, 5-2 is the score. 1 period remains in the championship game of the Medal of Honor tournament here in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
What? I think you wanted to go with the girls.
Well, let him go with the girls. They want to take him?
I told him, I put him down and said go. And then he cried.
What? We'll give him the girls and we'll stay with them. Yesterday.
1 period left to play. 13 minutes of hockey. Face-off controlled by the Lakers, taken away by Potts. Lakers throw it back down to the other end, picked up by Blackburn. Blackburn rips it cross ice. Pass is stolen away by the Lakers. Hagen back checking, loses it for a moment, feeds it back into the neutral zone. Lakers gather. Fraze there for the force as it goes down to Kiefer. Kiefer behind the net. Kiefer skating ahead right into Hagen. Now picked up by Fraze. Fraze gets possession of the puck. He's got Potts there. He's taken down. Lakers behind the net. We're going to get a penalty.
Move your feet, Ollie. That won't happen.
Penalty on the Lakers, number 5. So it'll put the Force to a power play early in the 3rd period. Power play unit for the Force is going to be McDonald, Fryer, Huffman, with Llewellyn and Warner. Face-off, controlled by the Force, fed down to McDonald. Now Fryer, sent through center ice and all the way down for icing. Face-off controlled by the Sioux Lakers. Through center ice go the Lakers. Llewellyn tries to poke check it. They break through the center here. Taken down by Warner as he picks up the penalty. So it'll go to 4-on-4 hockey for 57 seconds. We got 11:40 remaining in the period. Penalty killers for the Force is going to be Huffman, McDonald. Shot from up high is blocked in front there by Huffman. We got another shot kicked to the side with a pad save by Quast, cleared out by Huffman. Lakers gather. Making a move here, pressured by and taken down by Cumberland. So now it's going to put the Force at a disadvantage. Down 2 skaters. Here we go, some open ice now. Whenever we get to 4-on-4 hockey, it's going to be 3-on-4 hockey, but putting Hagen on the ice and giving him some space is going to be dangerous. And our disadvantaged penalty kill unit is going to be Sutherland, Blackburn, and Hagen. Blackburn clears it to center ice. Lakers looking to make something happen here to pull it back within 2. Pressured by Sutherland. Hagen now puts a stick on it. Fed across. Shot. Goes behind the net. Sutherland now tries to clear it. Doesn't get anything on it. Lakers pick it up in the corner. Hagen steals it away. Hagen makes a move, loses it on the net in the backside. Hagen now looking for some open ice. Out of the box, the Lakers back to full strength. So it is going to be a 5-on-3 here for another 20 seconds. Lakers feed the puck ahead. Good position here by the Force. Shot. Doesn't connect on anything, goes rink wide. Picked up by the Lakers out to the blue line. They are wasting a lot of time here. Shot from deep. They try to get a tip in, and the shot is wide. 3 seconds left on the initial penalty. Shot cleared out by Blackburn. He feeds it down the ice, onto the ice, and out of the box is going to be Zaremba. So now it's 4-on-5. Picked up by Hagen. Hagen across the blue line into center ice. Hagen swings wide. Hagen comes off his skates. As we have 8 seconds left on the disadvantage for the Force. Puck comes down the ice. Lakers with a 4-on-2. Blackburn clears it. It's going to be offsides, but we're back to full strength. 5-on-5 hockey with 9:41 left. Force up 3. Got out of a sticky situation there, down 5-3 on the players on the ice and come away with the same score. Crowd's getting fired up as time is ticking away, and the Lakers need to make something happen to bring this back. Lakers into their offensive zone, pressured by Westhoff and Warner. That pass attempt was cleared out by Fraze for Potts. Potts chips it cross ice through the neutral zone. That's going to be Westhoff and Potts ahead for the Force. Fed up by the Lakers. Picked up by Fraze. Fraze wisely circles back to make sure they're all on side and enters the offensive zone. Spins around, he comes off his skates, the puck comes out to Westhoff. Westhoff chips it ahead to Potts, shoots one on net, kick to the side by the Lakers. Potts shoves a player into the boards and picked up by Llewellyn. Llewellyn now shoots up over the net. Fraze to come gather loose change. Maintains possession, throws out to Warner. Warner's going to cock one back and fire it towards the net. Goes wide right. Hagen now with the puck. Good sustained pressure here by the Force in the offensive end. Fraze now takes it away. Comes back for Llewellyn. Llewellyn slaps one towards the net. Doesn't make it through. Cleared out by the Lakers to the neutral zone for Llewellyn. Llewellyn throws it cross ice for Warner. Everybody back on side as Warner chips it ahead to Hagen. Hagen around one player here with possession of the puck. Hagen shoots. Oh, off the corner. He almost put it in. Might have been off the crossbar. Good shot there by Hagen. Picked up by Warner. Warner rips another one towards the net. Just cuts through the crease. Now picked up by Kiefer. As the Force onslaught continues. Stick lift almost there by Hagen as he's tripped up. And they don't catch anything. Hagen's on the ice. Couple players come down, and now the Force are going to get a penalty. Hagen skates to the bench. He gets up under his own power. Warner's going to go to the penalty box, so we're going to be down one skater here with 7:50 remaining in the third, up 3 goals. Penalty killers for the Force is going to be Blackburn and Kiefer with Max McDonald and Fryer on the ice. Face-off picked up by Fryer. Fryer wisely throws it down. It's going to go on net, I believe. So no icing. They're going to cover it up and get a face-off on the offensive end on the penalty kill. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. They feed it up, kept in by Blackburn. He slaps it over, but the Lakers steal that. He poke checks it away, and it lands on the stick of Fryer. Fryer dumps it down low. Fryer still coming down to pressure. Fed up high. Kiefer to keep it in now. Kiefer chips it around one player. Fryer gathers the puck and puts it back down low in the corner. Says good penalty killing by the Force. Fryer, Max McDonald couldn't get anything on that shot attempt as he flipped it to him in the crease. Back on defense is going to be Blackburn and Kiefer. Blackburn gets skated around by the Lakers player. Shot right up in the corner, and they score a goal on the power play to bring them back within 2 with 7 minutes remaining. Up over the glove side of Quas in the top corner. And a good penalty kill until it wasn't. DDD pass, there you go, laying out there by Zaremba to disrupt that. Now the Lakers back the other way, 2-on-2 with Kelly and Cumberland. Cumberland poke checks it away to Westhoff. Westhoff feeds it ahead of Sutherland. He loses the handle on it as the Lakers gather on the opposite end. Now knocked away by Zaremba. The Lakers behind their own net, rip it around the boards. Pressure put on there by Westhoff. They're tied up and fighting for it. Puck is now finally loose as it's in the skates of Kelly. Comes out for Isaac Sutherland. He shoots one towards the net. Oh, Zaremba shot one into the open net, and it was stick to the side. Come out for Kelly. Zaremba now with another opportunity. Shot.
Come on, Ruff!
And he scores! Zaremba puts one in. 6:06 left in the third. Initially thought it was in the glove of the Lakers goaltender, but it popped right out of the glove into the corner of the net. Zaremba with a goal. 6:06 left in the third. Lakers gather the puck. Poke checked away there by Llewellyn. Into the corner they go. Around behind the net, looking for somebody to pass it to. Flips up top. Cleared out by Fraze. No, it's stuffed down low. Cleared out now by Warner. Out to Hagen. Back down low by the Lakers for Warner. Warner rips one ahead again. And back and forth the puck goes. We're at less than 5.5 minutes left as Hagen picks up the loose puck and takes it into the neutral zone. He's pressured by a few players. He's knocked off his skates. Back to Warner. On to the stick of Llewellyn. Llewellyn's going to wind it back. His pass attempt is blocked. It's kept in by the Lakers. Now comes up for Fraze as he flips it down the ice, and it's going to go for icing. 5 minutes remains in this contest. Force up 6-3. Face off. He's loose. Blackburn clears it up high. And into the neutral zone it goes. It's going to be offsides. Face-off comes back for Blackburn as he flips it ahead to Fryer, skips a stick there and goes down the ice. I believe it was touched, but the refs are going to call this an icing. Back down the other end, it's going to be Max McDonald to take the face-off. Blackburn comes up to try to knock it ahead, picks up a loose puck off the boards. Onto the stick of Fryer as he dumps it ahead. Fryer, if he gets after it, Fryer going to get there first. He's got Huffman following, taken away by the Lakers. Good work there by Fryer. Max McDonald coming in to take it away and flip it back the other direction. Now the Lakers enter it in deep. Behind the net for Kiefer. Kiefer now off the boards, up to Huffman. Good pass by Kiefer. Huffman swinging towards the center here and winds and shoots. Oh, and it went off the glove and off the crossbar. Gia with a good shot. Pressure put on by McDonald. Takes the player off the ice and they're going to give him a penalty. You don't need that at the moment. But Max McDonald's going to go to the penalty box as I think they're tightening down the screws on what they're going to call. As we're under 4 minutes now at 3:54 remaining. Back to the penalty kill. Penalty killers for the Force this time around are going to be Cumberland, Warner, Westhoff, and Sutherland. Face-off picked up by the Force. That's Isaac Sutherland with the puck now as he skates it into the neutral zone, taken away by the Lakers. They feed it cross, connect, stolen away now by Cumberland. Pushing and shoving going on here, not even playing for the puck as they gather it, shoot from deep, blocked in front by Cumberland, picks up the loose puck, overskates it, and it comes back for Cumberland. He fans on the clearing attempt, and the Lakers keep possession of it, dump it down for Sutherland. Still kept in by the Lakers. Open lane here, poke checked away by Cumberland. Shot blocked in the back by Cumberland. They cross it over to some open ice here, and a shot from deep gloved by Quas. Face off. Controlled by the Lakers. Shot blocked there in front by Blackburn. Warner. Now onto the stick of Fraze. Fraze fighting for it down in the corner, taken away by the Lakers. Fed up, and the Lakers tip it. All the way down the ice. It's going to waste some time. We got 20 seconds remaining on the McDonald penalty. Hagen ahead for the force, putting the pressure on. Coming in to help is Fraze. Lakers gain possession of the puck. We're under 10 seconds on the McDonald penalty. They feed it up. Warner to keep it in. On to the stick of Hagen momentarily as the Lakers take it away. Out of the box comes McDonald, and on for him is going to be Potts. Back to full strength. Hagen looking for something. Winds around, shoots it on net. It's covered up by the goaltender. Oh, there we got a push in the back from a player on Potts. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. Fed up but not out. Kept in there by Kelly, but now they advance the puck across the blue line. Pressure put on there by Cumberland and picked up by Kelly down low. Taken away by the Lakers. Sliding in there was Fraze. Shot in close, covered up by Quas. Now we're going to get it. As we're at 1:55 remaining, Force up 3. Keep an eye on the goaltender for Sioux. Right up front, glove to the side by Quas, picked up by Fraze. Fraze throws it down the ice. That'll go for icing. Face-off become important now. Won back by the Force, chipped up off the glass, skips across the stick there, picked up by Potts. He loses it right at the blue line. Now Hagen gonna gather it. Hagen looking for some open ice. Hagen with the speed here through center ice. He's got one to beat. Harrison Hagen has it poked away at the last moment. Picks up the loose puck. That's all right. Ticking down time. Shoots one towards the net. Glove to the side by the defender or the goaltender. Comes out on the doorstep. Finally cleared out. Kept in there by Warner. Warner takes the kid off his skates, and it's going to be a penalty on Warner with 1:09 left to play. Warner to pick up the penalty to put the Force at a disadvantage for the remainder of the contest. And now we're really going to look for that goaltender to come off the ice as they call her off now. So it'll be 6-on-4 for 1:09. Face off. Into some skates there, picked up by Huffman. She throws it to center ice. Lakers, Huffman with the steal on the pass towards the empty net. It's right there for her. She falls down. She is hurt. And we're going to get a penalty here on Sioux. 54 seconds remains. She gets up, thankfully. Great job on Huffman, individual effort to block that pass attempt and then advance the puck down the ice for the open net. So now we got 4-on-4 hockey for the remainder of the game. Face off picked up by the Lakers. And back on defense is going to be Cumberland and Blackburn. Pass broken up by McDonald. McDonald around behind the net. Kicks it ahead. Now for Cumberland. Cumberland across the blue line. Dumps it into the offensive zone. You know, I thought he had it there. It's going to be offsides on Huffman. But we have 32 seconds left. Force up 3. Yeah, 1 too many on the ice here for the Force. Oh no. And nobody's seeing that we have a 5th player on the ice. But the game is pretty much over anyway, so 10 seconds left. Max McDonald gathers it, feeds it back wisely. Shot by Kelly up high. It goes wide left, and that's going to end it. Force pick up the Medal of Honor Championship game, going undefeated on the weekend here in Grand Rapids. Good effort there by the Lakers. We'll keep it live here for the medal presentations. MVP for the Sioux Lakers, the goaltender. And MVP for the Force is going to be Wyatt Kwas, number 7.
Oh yeah, I got it.
I know, right?
Cheer to death. Sunday afternoon.
Bye. It was fun, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
Good game, Lakers!
All right. I'm glad that worked out. We'll see you back for the next game.